Well, hey there, and welcome back to Tesla Northwest and EVs. I've been on sabbatical for a while, and I am sorry, but you and I are going to take a beautiful trip up through Canada, over to the east side of the mountains, and then we're going to drop down into Soyuz and Omak, Washington. So please join me on the flip side as we take our trusty 2022 Model Y Performance Amos on a trip up into Canada, across Highway 3, I do believe it is, and then we're going to drop down into eastern Washington. We're using the latest version of FSD with the neural nets fully involved, as well as the hands-free option. So we'll talk about some of the new stuff with the updates as we ride. We'll bring you some awesome views, and we'll just have a great time with memes and GIFs and lots of fun seeing how this latest version of FSD does after we waited forever to get it on our Hardware 3 car. So join us on the flip side here at Tesla Northwest and EV as we head up into Canada and check out beautiful eastern Washington. Thanks, and we'll see you later. All right, folks, we are on our awesome trip. Looks like our first charge is going to be in Hope, British Columbia. So we're using the latest version of FSD beta, and let me get it out for you here. Software, and we are on 12.5.1.5. We've also got some new interesting items. We can see kind of the weather, what's going on. We got a sun there. Action monitoring unavailable because of her sunglasses. So if she took her sunglasses off, then the car will give a little green dot next to the steering wheel, and that indicates then that you're hands-free. So right now we can't use hands-free. So we're going to use this. We're going to go up into Bellingham. We're going to take I-5 to Sunset. So I'll bring you some footage of FSD getting onto I-5 and getting off of I-5. There we go. Now it is hands-free. We've got the little green dot. So this should be a fun drive. I'll try and keep the video short, about half an hour, 45 minutes. We're going to go all the way to Omak, and we're going to go through Canada to get there. So this should be a lot of fun. And again, hands-free driving, and me and my wife will take turns. So for those of you that are up in Canada, hopefully you'll get some cool views of your territory. We'll get a try of this FSD version out up there. I'll bring you some cool funny memes and GIFs, and we'll just see how all of these updates are working. A couple things with this version, right? We had to wait forever to get it on Hardware 3. Some people have complained that this version isn't as, maybe as stable or as smooth as the version on Hardware 4, but hey, we're going to find out. They have combined the neural net stacks now, so when we're on the freeway, it's the same stack as when we're on these roads. So we'll see how that goes. Speed is really good. We're holding just about 4 over, which is nice. A lot of people were complaining it was too slow. And going through the corners, great. So anyway, should be a fun drive, about 6 hours till we get to Omak. We'll bring you clips as we go. Going to be beautiful, lots of cool stuff, and I just appreciate each and every one of you. So we'll catch you on the flip side here at Tesla Northwest and EVs. We'll probably come back when we get onto Interstate 5 in Burlington. Thanks, folks. All right, folks, we are approaching I-5 North to head up to Bellingham. We're going to get off in the Sunset exit up there, and it's kind of a gnarly intersection. So we should see how it does when we get up there. Should be interesting. This should be interesting because the car wants to get over. So the car needs to get over, and it's going kind of slow. Now it's going to try, I think, and get up in front of this semi truck. My wife had to give it a nudge. Okay, now it should signal. Yep, there it goes. Good. And okay. So a little bit, not perfect by no means, but not bad. So now we're creeping up here. And let's see if I can shoot this gap. It's going to try. Nicely done.
Now turn right to take the Interstate 5 North ramp.
All right, let's see how it does. Remember, this is a combined stack now with this version of FSD, so it's all the same neural net. And we're going to see how it does getting onto Interstate 5 North. Again, really appreciate everybody joining us, and I hope you are liking these videos. It's been a while. I've been on break because well, Tesla and FSD has been on break. We haven't gotten a new update since we went to Reno. Okay, so now we need to speed up. Good. Speed limit here is 70, so the car is coming up to a nice speed. Signal to get over before the lane ran out.
That's nice.
Very nice. And
Because usually...
now it's got set at 74 max. Okay, so now we'll see how it does. We may need to go in and redo your offset, your speed limit offset. Okay, there you go, folks. Ideally, maybe you'd get over in the left lane to start doing some passing, but we do have these cars going by us at kind of an awkward speed, so I think it did really well. Next test will be when we get up into Bellingham and we get off the Sunset exit. So thank you, and make sure you say thank you to my wife in the comments, because this kind of stuff makes her pucker up a little bit. Oh, and look at that beautiful American flag. Camping World actually gets in trouble in some jurisdictions because their flag's so big it violates ordinances, but they don't care. They fly it anyway. So we'll check back with you in a little bit. Okay, folks, we are just about a mile and a half away from our exit, exit 255, which will take us to the Nooksack Indian Reservation and the Sumas border crossing. A couple of things we've noticed so far on the drive is that FSD does like to go a little slow, so noticing anywhere between 3 and 5 miles an hour under the speed limit, and reluctant to make lane changes. So it definitely will get out of the way in the left lane, like it knows to get over. My wife just initiated that lane change. But once you're in the right lane, it doesn't seem to want to get back into the left lane to go fast again. It just kind of hangs out and goes slow. So that's something to kind of keep an eye on. But overall, pretty smooth build as we kind of expected. We're coming up here. We're going to see how it does. It's kind of a busy off-ramp and area. So hopefully we don't have any problems. And again, big thank you to my wife for doing this. And I think it's good that she's testing this on this portion of the drive because, I mean, let's face it, right? A lot of us old-timey FSD testers, we got huevos of steel. And a lot of people that are using it don't. And so my wife doesn't. And so she's going to, use it as it's comfortable. And I think that's a real good test of its use. So good use of a blinker.
255 on the right.
And we should be lining up in the furthest right lane.
1,000 feet, turn right onto East Sunset Drive.
And then we'll probably, once we get up through here and get on to, what are we getting on? 542 East.
Now turn right onto East Sunset Drive.
We'll probably cut this feed and then come back when we get up into Canada. Maybe give you a couple shots of the Canadian border at Sumas. My wife's never been to that crossing, so she's kind of excited. And I'm excited. I think there is an old bedrock Flintstones land that will pass up in Canada. I think I remember there being one as a kid on the route that we're going to take east. So you may see some footage of me freaking out like a little kid because I see something from my memories. There we go. That was a little inelegant. You had to goose it a little bit. Little bit of a goose there, and it kind of cut across the lane. So again, is it robo-taxi ready? I don't think so, not unless somebody's in the seat with you. But it is definitely, so far what I've seen, an improvement over 12.3. Now, I could eat my words later, but we'll find out. So there we go. Made it through Sunset real easy. Nothing else terribly complicated until we get a little bit further up. So I will check in as we get further north. And thank you, folks. I hope you enjoy the memes and GIFs. Hit that like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Say thanks to Nicole for testing FSD for you. Okay, folks, we are in Abbotsford, beautiful British Columbia, and we're going to get on, I don't know, East 1. I don't know how they designate their highways over here. So we'll just say Providence, British Columbia, Providence, East 1. Correct me in the comments, please, if you know exactly how you guys differentiate your highways. And is it the same in Canada where odd numbered roads are east or north-south and even or east-west. I'd be curious about that. So in the U.S., our freeways are, if it's an odd number, that's weird. Go give it a nudge, huh? That was strange. It just kind of started to phantom slow down. It thinks the speed limit's 31. We'll have to fix the kilometers an hour. But anyway, we're going to head out and see how things go, and we'll check back in with you. That was just a kind of a weird little thing. If we go in here and we go to, let's see, I think it is under trips. No, display. That's right. We want to go to display, and we want to change this to kilometers. So now we can see what we're doing in kilometers an hour. So we'll check back in if anything cool happens. Appreciate everybody joining us. Beautiful Canada. We're going to head east through the mountains. All right, looks like just about 800 meters for our on-ramp here on the TC1 East. And I don't know what the TC stands for, but I'm sure I will find out. And we'll see how the car does about making sure it does a good lane selection. Again, we're up in Canada. I don't know if FSD has been released up here to Canadian owners yet. I don't think it has, but let me know in the comments if you guys got it. Again, this is a hardware 3 car. We just got full self-driving 12.5.5.1 or whatever it is Wednesday night. So this is a fresh build. First time we've really tried it out.
Meters. Take the TC1 East exit on the right toward home.
And now we're going to see what the car does. There it goes. Good. Signaling. Is there somebody? There we go. Whoop.
There was a fucking, yeah, there was a...
Was it going to cut somebody off?
Yeah, another Tesla.
Oh. Okay, well, we had to take over there. So...
And this right here?
No, keep going, up here.
Alright.
Go ahead and re-engage it. There you go.
Now take the
Now this right here.
TC1 East exit on the right.
So we had to take over. It was about to cut off another Tesla. It scared my wife. So that's a disengagement. And now we're hopping on TC1E. And it looks like there's some traffic. Ugh. Alright. So we'll just see what happens here. We may take over again. But we'll see here.
I like to see.
Alright, she wants to see, folks. And if you get nervous, you can take over, obviously. But there,
geez.
blinkers on. I know. You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It's hesitating. There's lots of runway in front of it, but it doesn't want to use that. It wants to get over. I think it's trying to get in behind this white truck. There we go. All right, that wasn't bad. Wasn't quite as elegant as you would hope. Here it goes into a second lane change. Oh, nope, changed its mind. Man, we tried to get away from traffic by coming up here. I guess that's our bad. No, it's probably just got to get through Abbotsford and then it'll be clear up. And obviously it doesn't think there's much benefit in getting over into the left lane now, so I think we're just going to kind of cruise through. We've got a lot of crappy traffic coming. 72 degrees, the sun shines out, air quality is 53. So we'll check back in a little bit if something cool happens, folks. We've got 78 miles or so to Hope, 74 kilometers to our charger. So I keep getting them mixed up now, miles and kilometers, so you'll have to bear with me. Okay, things are speeding up a little bit. We'll check in a little while. Just about 3 minutes from our supercharger in Hope, BC. It's the Trans-Canadian Freeway. I figured that out as we were driving. Beautiful, looks like a bridge, a suspension bridge or something over there. Really, really pretty drive. The car's been doing just wonderful. I can't complain. My wife might, but I don't think so. Are we? I hope we're not missing her. Oh no.
No, it's somewhere up here.
Oh yeah, it's up here a little further. The supercharger is literally just like right off of the highway up here. And so it shouldn't be too terribly complicated for old Amos to get us there, but I thought I'd bring you these beautiful views. Tesla And just let you know, yeah, really impressed with full self-driving version 12.5. Blah 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 right now. It's really been pretty steady, besides the fact it almost cut somebody off earlier. But it did handle the merge into heavy traffic pretty well. A little bit, you know, maybe not quite as elegant as a professional Uber driver would have handled it, but it got us safe and sound where we wanted to be. And we can see a truck stop sign up ahead. I bet you that's where we're headed.
Take exit 168 on the right toward Flood Hope Road.
And we're planning on a road trip here next summer to go to the Mall of America. And we plan on heading. Yeah, my daughter really wants to visit the Mall of America, and it was her choice for road trips. So we're going to go through Canada and hit Winnipeg, and then go south out of Winnipeg. So again, hit that like and subscribe. I just make these for fun. I'm not like trying to critique FSD or be some professional Tesla bull or bear. I'm just trying to have fun, throwing in some jokes, and kind of letting you see real state of full self-driving as people use it on road trips. And like I said, big Canadian road trip coming up, so I'd love it if you'd hit that like and subscribe. And I'm just curious, I've never been, no, I take that back. We have been to a Canadian supercharger at the mall up in Tawasin. Remember we went up there last year. So, okay folks, here comes our exit. Let's see how Amos handles it, and then we'll cut this and get back to you when we hop back on Trans-Canada 1. Love the little maple leaf highway sign. Okay, cool. Good blinker.
Now take exit
Oh, that was kind of
168 on the right.
cute. Kind of did a woo woo. And then yeah, it looks like our charger is literally right here. Wow, that's kind of weird.
Your destination is on the right.
Kind of weird, but kind of cool. It's at a truck stop, an Esso, and looks like the supercharger is hiding back over there in the corner.
Destination is
So,
on the
Can I go
left.
this way?
yep, I think you can.
I'm going this way. I don't know. Yeah, the
Cool.
car behind me went this way. Turn the car off.
Okay, yeah, Ricky's All Day Grill. Maybe we'll get a bite. And then looks like you got a convenience store, coffee shop, and we'll see what kind of supercharger this is. Pretty popular one by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, real popular by the looks of it. Oh, this is a big supercharger.
Oh, they have some on the other side.
Yeah, there's
too.
some on both sides, yeah.
Okay,
Just line up and find a spot. These are
I'm trying to do the, you know, every other one.
these look like they're level
Oh, these people are leaving.
level 2s. They don't look like they're the new level 3s.
So to the right?
Either way, yeah,
Okay,
whichever one
to
you're
the
at.
right.
Yeah, these all look like they're level 2 chargers, so 150 kilowatt max. But there's a lot of them. So anyway, folks, we'll check back in with you in a little while when we get back down the road. All right, folks, we are headed back out onto Trans-Canada 1. So we've got FSD on, camera's rocking, and I am behind the wheel now. So we're gonna see how this goes. Merging back on. It shouldn't be too busy because we're kind of, well, this is Hope, BC, so it's not real busy. And looks like we need to go straight through this up here. So we're gonna see how that works. I'll probably be waiting here for a little bit. See how Amos does going across busy traffic. Okay, Mr. Motorhome went. We got a black Tesla coming from the left, or from the right, and a truck coming from the left. And I think, yeah, Amos is gonna shoot the gap. Good job, bud. And I got my sunglasses on, so I don't have it hands-free, no little green dot. And here we go, merging onto Trans-Canada 1. Nobody behind me. So this should be a nice easy merge. Good. Plenty of time. Got over nice. And we're just going to go ahead and slip right over into the left lane. Beautiful. I'm going to set myself up, so I'm going to go to display, and I'm going to go to kilometers, and now I am in kilometers an hour. And we're just going to boost our speed up just a little bit and cruise. So there you go, folks. FSD 12.5 on a hardware 3 model 2022. Oh, model year 2022 performance Y. We'll check back in with you if we see anything cool, but I think for the most part, just a lot of straight driving until we get a little bit further in the mountains. Thanks, folks. Catch you on the flip side at Tesla, Northwest, and EV. We're just coming down off a pass here. We just went by the Hope Slide viewpoint, and it is just gorgeous. All this pristine natural forest out in front of us. This is like prime Sasquatch territory. So we are keeping our eyes open, and if we see one of the elusive devils, we'll let you know. We'll probably smell them before we see them. At least that's what I'm told. But it's just amazing through here. Beautiful British Columbia, eastbound to Osoyoos, and then into Omak, Washington. And we'll probably return home over the North Cascades Highway, State Route 20 in Washington tomorrow. So stay tuned for that video as well. All right, folks, we will check back in a little bit. I just wanted to bring you this. It's just so gorgeous, and let you know we're on the lookout for Sasquatch. Down off a pass here, and we're passing the Manning Park Resort, and they have a supercharger there. So we're not going to stop. They're back there. Yeah, we're not going to stop there, but good little spot right at the bottom of the pass. So either before you start or as you're coming down, we've got about 180 kilometers to go to Osoyoos, and the car thinks we'll get in with about 18%. So far so good. Overall, this is a better build, in my opinion. Whoop, deer. I saw it. I took over. I did not want to give the car an opportunity for that. Sorry, folks. But there you go. Overall, I think it's a more stable build than 12.3, but it does have its problems. Chronically likes to go under the speed limit, and a little leery about making lane changes. And once it gets in the right lane, it tends to just kind of want to hang out there. You have to ask it to get back over into the left to pass people. But overall, pretty good. I've got my settings on assertive, and we're just rolling. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. And we'll check in if we see anything cool, like more deer trying to run into the path of the car. Creek on Route 3. And we're coming up to a big U here, so I thought I would bring you a little footage. FSD's been having a bit of a hard time making these corners unless it slows way down, which is fine, but sometimes it's going a little slower than the posted suggestion, so I've had to take over once or twice just to keep it from going into the other lane, but overall, pretty good. Now, it's doing it all through here. And it'd be nice to see it give it a little goose as we come up. Yeah. Okay. Another nice tight corner here. And we've got a passing lane. So we're just going to hang out in the right hand as we head up and up and up. There's a copper mine, I do believe, up here. If I see it, I'll bring it to you. But otherwise, as you can see, full self-driving is doing pretty good. Some of the corners are a little bit daunting for it at speed. When it slows down, it handles them fine. I've taken over a couple times just because it was a little bit too overconfident, but otherwise, been a good drive so far. Well, hey there, folks. We are in Amos, BC. We're just about 53 kilometers from Osoyoos and our charge, and it looks like we're going to be making a turn here in about 3 miles or 5.4 kilometers. So. Good drive, except for the damn camera, man. I got to get a different GoPro. The freaking thing gets hot and it freezes up, and boy, what a pain. But, you know, I love you guys, and so I'm willing to take the frustration for you. Beautiful drive. As you can see, we're in a valley here. We've got mountains on both sides of us, and just been going through plenty of passes. Lots of supercharging on this route. There's one in, where we go through Princeton. There's one in Princeton as well, Princeton. So lots of supercharging, and beautiful drive. So thank you again for joining us. If there's anything you'd like us to see test, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, when we get into a Soyuz, I will turn the camera back on, and I might bring you back for the turn we have to make up here. It's a left. So anyway, folks, thanks. All right, so we are just cruising through this little town of Amos. That's a cool place. Cider House and Eatery. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, folks. Sounds like a kind of a Greek name. And we're going to make a left-hand turn up here in just a moment, and it kind of looks a little interesting, so I thought I would bring you along for the ride. This is all new to us, so we're trying to be cautious and pay attention to FSD, and also pay attention to all the cool stuff around us. That's a cool sign. Wow, really cool fruit stand. Lots of old tractors. Okay, looks like we got like a barbecue shack, or no, it's just a spritzer to keep people cool. I thought that was smoke, like smoked meat. Looks like we got EV charging here at the museum. Cool little motel. I love these little towns. It's always just interesting to see how other people live. And this is a really cute little place. I bet you they get rained on all the time.
Not how, but where.
Well, because of the hills all around them. You know, the clouds, any clouds that come over, you think would be dumping rain before they tried to get over them. I'm not a meteorologist.
No, I said where they live, not how they live.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little downtown. All right, looks like we're going to make our left up here at the light. Everybody's like on pins and needles. What's going to happen? If you're tuning in to see really complicated FSD videos and fails, this is the wrong person to watch. I'm here just to have fun and highlight the technology and make you laugh, hopefully. Or maybe make you cringe.
Oh, look, there's a curiosity shop.
Oh, that's kind of neat, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't see those very often.
Okay, I guess we gotta go. I don't know how that works, but I nudged it through there, and we went. So that was kind of a weird intersection. The yellow was yield, but there was no signs to say who had to stop and who didn't. But hey, whatevs. Okay, looks like we're getting back on Trans-Canada 3. So let's see how this goes, and then we'll cut the feed as we head to Soyuz and then Omak. Try and keep this video to a reasonable length. Yeah, Nighthawk USA. Nighthawk is a kind of an infamous border crossing there back in the, what was it, the 90s or the aughts? They had a...
Is that where we're going?
No, we're not going to cross at Nighthawk, but we'll be right by there. That crossing had a bit of a corrupt border patrol agent, and they were smuggling drugs through there. Not anymore. They busted them. Like I said, it was probably 20 years ago or so, I think. But very, very cool. Little border crossing out in the middle of nowhere. So, okay, looks like we got 46 kilometers to Soyuz, folks, and we'll check back in with you in a little bit. View as we come in to a Soyuz, British Columbia. We're going to get a charge here in, just about 6 minutes, and then head across the border back into the good old US of A and go to our hotel in Omak, where the famous Omak Stampede happens. They ride horses down a very steep riverbank into the river there. So, beautiful Similkameen off to our left, and used to camp up here with my family and friends when I was a kid, right on it's called Palmer Lake. It's just across the border, about 15 minutes out of Orville. So beautiful memories, beautiful place. I'll get back with you when we get ready to come into town. Thanks, everybody. Catch you on the flip side. Soyuz, British Columbia, and we're gonna drive through this little town, see where the supercharger's at. Kind of curious to see where it was. Last one was at a truck stop. Another one was at a campground that we passed by. A little bit different than the States, where you can pretty much guarantee to find one at a Fred Meyer or a Holiday Inn. No, you got a green light car. Wasn't quite sure, but I gave it just a little bit of a nudge just to reassure it, and it made it through okay. And we're preconditioning our battery. Good. All right, no problem. And it should be a nice, easy right-hand turn up here. Oh, got somebody on a wheelchair. Better watch out for them. And the border is, I think, just up here. Tesla. All right. So we got to make a right-hand turn right here. You get a go car. There's no stop. It's just a crosswalk, and it knows that, and it's doing it. Good. Probably a little slower than that guy would have liked, but you know what? That's okay. And here it is up here on the left hand, folks. So I'm going to take over and get a charge, and we will check back with you on our exit and head into the U.S. All right, we are clearing out of Osoyoos.
Turn left onto Highway 97.
And we're going to turn left onto Highway 97, as the disembodied voice said. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully this has been a good video. You guys have been enjoying it. We had to get some Tim Hortons while we were still in Canada, so we got us a little coffee and a donut while we supercharged. Nice little supercharger, version 3, 8 stall. Car's doing a great job. And that charger also had 3 CHW CCS1 chargers too. So it was for both Tesla and non-Tesla EVs. 91 degrees, freaking hot as heck around here. And just been a great drive. So see how the border crossing goes. I don't think it'll be terribly busy. And then once we get through that, we'll be on our way to Omak and to our Best Western hotel. It also happens to be at the Pepper Mill. Best Western plus Pepper Mill. So I guess that's just what we like to stick with, places named Pepper Mill. There's one in Winnemucca in Reno that I want to stay at, a Pepper Mill. We weren't smart enough to stay there last time we went through, so next time we will. Okay, folks, I'll check back in when we get to the border. This is kind of boring, probably. Nah, not the whole way through. We're pulling up now to the border, and I just thought I'd give you guys a shot so you can see what it looks like here on the east side of the mountains between Washington and Canada. So this is the closest border crossing after you get over to the east side, besides Nighthawk, which we passed the road to Nighthawk a minute ago. So car's coming in a little hot. Go that way, yeah. There you go.
I know, but
All right, here you go.
it's going so fast.
Lovely Canadian border. We'll check back in when we're legally back in the United States. Hey, we made it. Welcome to Washington. We had a friendly Border Patrol agent. Didn't ask us too many questions. Thank God. No, we didn't have anything to hide. Just our Tim Hortons. And now we've got to change everything back to American here. Just go to display, and then we're going to go down here. We're going to change this back to miles. Bam. Okay, now we got 43 miles to our hotel in Omak. So we've got 67% stated charge, and we're going to get in with 49%. Now, it's not a lot of charging over here. You really got to be creative using PlugShare. PlugShare is the main one I use. And what I found here in Omak is that there is a clinic with 4 free level 2 chargers just about 2 blocks away from the hotel. So this is a Best Western plus Peppermill. There's also what's called the Omak Inn. They have 1 charger at the Omak Inn. Both of them are on the same block. So if you're coming this way and you need to charge up, don't fret. There's free level 2 charging right down the road from the hotel in Omak. After that, you got to get kind of creative. We'll talk more about it tomorrow on our way home, but there is a new DC fast charger in Tonasket. which you could hit up before you go over the North Cascades. But Amos here has enough juice. We should be able to make it over the hill, no problem.
Is that Canada?
No, Canada's behind us, I do believe.
But it's not on the other side of that, because I saw...
Well, we're going south, so north is behind us. So that would be
But
west, and then east. But good question. That's the Similkameen River. All right, folks, we'll check back in a little while. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.